and welcome. I'm Rhonda Kay. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know if you want to comment and you are watching this on the live page, you'll need to be logged into YouTube. If you click the video on the page where the live stream is happening, it's going to take you to YouTube and you can watch it there. But if you want to watch this video on the page, if you click the chat button at the very top of the window and you are already logged in, it'll keep you on this website and you can respond to the chat and or see the chat messages that we enter in as the stream is going on. So I want to thank you for joining, and we're going to get started here in just a moment. We're talking about growing your business with artificial intelligence in ChatGPT and ChatGPT. I am Rhonda Kay. I am a web and mobile developer. I am the founder of Let's Talk Productions and the Business Matters app. You may have signed up for this presentation from there. I was one of the first to have good quality online video, one of the first online talk shows back before it was popular. This is when everyone was on TV, and I did do television a little while. It's very expensive, and so a friend of mine told me, "You don't need television, you have the internet." But I was embarrassed to continue a talk show on the internet when now the internet is all people do. That is what we see on YouTube with podcasts and things like that. So I was a little bit before my time. I have experienced a number of years in experience with enterprise level development. I piloted the first app development course at the University of Texas at Arlington. In fact, that was pretty fun. I got to teach some of the students there in a graduate program, and I developed the first iPhone app for the Dallas Video Fest. That was fun as well. And so, as a child, my siblings and I, my sister that is, we loved to take photos. We did photography and we prided ourselves in the ability to get good quality photography like the picture that you see. My sister snapped that one. Side note, we both would spend hours doing our hair. We would take turns doing each other hair, and that was the Sheena Easton. I don't know how many people remember Sheena Easton, the movie star, music star. That was a popular style with her, and we were very, very proud of ourselves. And so in corporate America, I entered in 1993 and I had a few corporate positions. I also founded Let's Talk Productions in 2001, followed by a little project we called Rather Be T-shirts. Me and a partner founded that project where we created T-shirts. The first one we created was a glow-in-the-dark T-shirt that said, "I'd rather be in the light." And so the Rather Be T-shirt line was, "I'd rather be this," or "I'd rather be doing something else." It could be, "I'd rather be fishing." And uh, after that, I produced the Rhonda K Show, which I am gearing up for the start of that again. That's a lot of work, and you may hear a lot more in the coming days about the Rhonda K Show. I also produced the Visual Word Series DVD in 2007. And here is a screenshot of me and Michael Jenkins. I did an interview of him. He's of the Dallas Summer Musicals. He's one of the people who helped like physically build Six Flags Over Texas. He has a lot of history. You may want to take a look at that interview. And then I would interview other artists, entrepreneurs, and professionals around the city of Dallas. Fast forward to today. Well, in fall of 2022, ChatGPT was released to the public. And I learned and discovered that tool, and I experimented, me and some of my colleagues, and we loved ChatGPT and artificial intelligence and all that it could bring about for us, so much so that we wrote a book called Prompt and Prosper with Artificial Intelligence and ChatGPT. In fact, we'll get into that a little bit more later. So, why are we here today? We're here today because perhaps you're a business owner and you want to know what all the hoopla is about ChatGPT and how you might become involved with it and how it may benefit you in your business. Or you may be an entrepreneur and you are a solo operation and want to know how you can become more efficient by using ChatGPT. Additionally, you may be a professional who decided, hey, I think it's time I take advantage of ChatGPT and enhance some of my business skills and get work done faster. Well, all of those are reasons why people are flocking to this new tool. Additionally, people are concerned about ChatGPT and the future of jobs. In fact, ChatGPT has already changed the way some jobs work. You saw or may have heard of in the news where ChatGPT, when it came out, writers went on strike, and there was a lot of controversy about that. You want to find out how AI can help businesses, and you may be interested in prompt engineering. How can you use ChatGPT to polish up your skills as a prompt engineer? My promise to you is that by the end of this presentation, you're going to have a lot of these answers we just talked about. You will also be able to write your first prompt and be well on your way to prompt engineering and using ChatGPT in your everyday life. We're going to talk about how to register your own OpenAI account and how to get acquainted. We're going to talk a little bit about learning the language of artificial intelligence because anything new, you're going to need to know the language in order to be able to benefit from it. And you're going to see some example prompts and some example results of what we've done with prompt engineering. We're going to also show you how to set up your prompt and a few tips and tricks for using AI in everyday usage. And then we're going to give you some next steps. Once you find out how to set up your own account, what are the next steps you should take? Before we get into all of that, and we're going to get into that very, very quickly, I want to tell you about another product that we've created called the Leadsy platform. And what it is a platform that allows you to create and implement your own online presence quickly. You get to leverage years of enterprise knowledge and expertise and focus on what it is you do best. I've put the link there for you in the on the screen, leadsy.net/register, or you could just go to leadsy.net and just browse around. And in fact, right now, you can get Leadsy and all of the features that we offer, everything that you'll need to manage and grow your online presence for one low monthly cost, and you not have to worry about the updates and the renewals. We have other packages, but right now we're just promoting that, and that's all I want to say about that for now. So, what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, or AI, refers to the simulation of human intelligence machines that are programmed to think and learn like humans. So it's intelligence simulated by a machine or a robot, and it does so in a human-like fashion. ChatGPT is an application made up using AI, and it's a language model developed by OpenAI, and it uses what they call deep learning techniques to generate these human-like responses. By way of a text-based prompt, which is what we are going to learn how to do today. And why ChatGPT? There are a lot of artificial intelligence tools. Well, anyone can easily and quickly learn how to use ChatGPT. David and I, the colleague who helped write the book on Prompt and Prosper along with me, we utilize different technologies for AI, such as Claude and Midjourney and some other image generation prompts. In fact, I've even played with writing image generation tools and writing my own artificial intelligence tools to use. And on a simple level, you can use ChatGPT right away to get started. So you may be asking, well, how can ChatGPT help my business? Well, you can use it for marketing and advertising. You could use it for things like research and competitive analysis. You can use it for financial management. There are prompts you can use and plug into ChatGPT that will spit out a lot of information if you give it the right information to help you with. You can even use it with HR and talent management. Have it to help you write questions for interviews. You can also use it to know whether you're using the right tools for your industries. It's a great way to find out what the competition is doing and what the most common tools are that people are using. And a good way to use this is in customer service. You can use it to help you to create customer service incentive programs for your staff. Now, a way that I've used it is with one of my clients who is a restaurant customer I used it to build a customer service tool. Well, that is, I created an actual application using the OpenAI API to create my own little product. And I could do that for other companies as well. So, those are some ways that people are using ChatGPT. The big thing, though, is people are wanting to know what the future of artificial intelligence is. There's been much debate about whether people are going to lose jobs and whether artificial intelligence is safe. Well, the future of artificial intelligence, it really is up to us. We determine by the way that we use it how artificial intelligence will be used. Now, the first thing you're going to learn, we're going to, let me go back a screen. We're going to show you how to create your OpenAI account. So what you'll want to do is you can do this in a different window if you're able to, or if not, later on you can use the link that you see here on the screen, https://openai.com. It will take you to a page that looks just like this or similar. They update this on a regular basis, so it may be different than what you're seeing here. And then you will click on Try ChatGPT. And when you click on Try ChatGPT, you'll be able to enter your email. It may even let you just use your Gmail account to sign up an account just like that. And you're in. And what you'll see next is a screen that looks like this. And my screen is cut off for purposes of this demonstration, but over to the left you'll have like a menu of options or a sidebar, and you'll have this little window with the chat box and the arrow of for the submit button. And basically you would type your message into this little window, and that window would expand based on how much text you enter. For instance, here I have entered an extremely long prompt. And it's what I call the setup prompt. So if you downloaded the free ebook on our website, you may have already seen this page. You can actually copy and paste prompts from that book And if you copy and paste the prompt, the first prompt, it's going to look just like what you see here on the screen. And you can edit this prompt by typing in your information. But what you'll want to do is type all of your information into this prompt, or you may choose to copy and paste the prompt from the free downloaded book into a text pad. Update all of your information that's in the brackets and then paste it into the chat box. And you can press the submit button to enter your prompt, and ChatGPT will give you an immediate response based on the information you keyed into the field. Now, notice in our business setup prompt, that's what I call it, you enter your business name, you enter your industry and the product you're selling, and you give it a short description about the product you're selling. We call this context. You're giving ChatGPT some information to help you to answer your questions better and more specific to you. And then you'll notice I entered the prompt. A couple of little tips. This is what I promised you, a couple of little helpful tips. When you want to skip a line or enter a new line inside of the chat window, simply hold down your shift key and press return or enter. And if you want to enter an extra space like you see before the description and the prompt, above the description, under the description and above the prompt, then just hold your shift key down and press enter again, and you'll get another line break, and then begin typing your additional information. But I'll caution you not to press the enter key until you have completed your entire prompt and are ready for the answer, because chat GPT is pretty quick, and it will start entering and giving you information as soon as you hit that submit button. Now, on your left, as you enter new prompts, when you want to create a new conversation, so all of these will be listed as conversations in this sidebar. For instance, on the left, you'll see a conversation about finance and money. Then you'll see another conversation underneath that. Now, prompts, the prompt you enter automatically generates a title for your conversation. Now you can change that title. For instance, when I entered a prompt related to finance and money, ChatGPT labeled that conversation finance and money. If I want to change that, then all I would have to do is click the little edit button next to that conversation, and I can change the title. You also have the ability to share this conversation. Maybe you have someone you're working with and you want them to see the results that you've generated. You can click that little share button and it will share your conversation with whoever you would like to share it with by generating a link, and you copy that link and send it to whoever you want to share it with. And then if you want to delete a conversation, you certainly have the ability to do that. And that is really all it is to setting up a prompt. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to talk about a little bit of safety when you're using ChatGPT. You know, there's much debate about whether we should be using ChatGPT. Companies are banning people from using ChatGPT, but they are, for instance, I worked at a security company on a contract project, and for security reasons, they banned the use of ChatGPT except for in specific departments. And these departments that they gave permission to utilize the tool, they had a specific set of rules to go by to keep them safe while using ChatGPT. So it's not that big organizations won't use it, it's just that certain people in the company will use it. And you will want to follow the same procedures with your own business because it's going to keep you safe. And one of the things I always tell people, very, very important tip, is to never, ever, ever put personal information into the ChatGPT input box when writing a prompt. And what do I mean by that? Well, you may be putting information such as um, information related to your business, but you want to know how to get specific information for your specific business, and you think, well, I'm going to give you a realistic example. So I may be working on my website, and I'm not ready for that website to become public. So what I want to do is ask ChatGPT some information about some content I might write about this particular website, or I might ask it anything relative to that website, but I just don't want my website name to go out there yet. And I don't know where the information in ChatGPT is going and whether or not other users will have access to any of the query data that I'm submitting in ChatGPT. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to ask ChatGPT my question, and I'm going to use placeholder information. For instance, instead of me inputting my website name or domain, I'm going to put in the place where I would normally have my website name, I'm going to put mywebsite.com. And ChatGPT understands that. Now, let me give you an example of how I have used ChatGPT. Now, this is a prompt that you can use for your business if you feel a need to. You can just copy what you see right here on the screen, take a screenshot, and see what it generates for you. Now, the prompt says, can you create me a social media schedule of content for 1 week that displays what I should post for my business? Then I gave ChatGPT some context. Now, all of this is going into the chat window, into that little chat box you saw on the previous pages. Then I said, I am a web developer who can integrate artificial intelligence into applications. I can provide training on technical subjects. I can create secure, custom WordPress websites, themes, and plugins. And so ChatGPT spit out a long, detailed list based on what I just told it here that I can use. And here's a summary of what it gave me. This is not everything that it gave me. I just summarized it for the purpose of this presentation. And you can try it yourself. So now you know how to use ChatGPT. Let me show you another example of what I did with ChatGPT. I used ChatGPT to generate a web page. So I asked ChatGPT to create a landing page, and I'm trying to make this to where you'll be able to see it on the screen because I have part of my screen cut off. But this is what ChatGPT gave me. It created a page, um, and that's what I said. I labeled it ChatGPT created this page. So all I had to do is copy and paste that HTML page. Now, of course, there's other work that I'm going to have to do in order to use this page. But look, this is an example of how you can use ChatGPT to enhance your business or to speed up work that you have to do. And it also wrote the content for me. And basically, you give ChatGPT a few parameters and it will give you this information. Now, ChatGPT is only as good as the parameters that you give it. And what I mean by that is you have to give it the right prompts and it will give you the right answers. And so how will you do that? We're going to help you with that. The future of artificial intelligence is now. The big boys are already using it. In fact, they're implementing it as fast as you and I can blink an eye. The big boys are implementing it in all of their applications, and we are using it. In fact, a lot of people who are developers and programmers that may not be highly skilled, they may not have a job if they don't work fast to get on board. Because if you're not using artificial intelligence, as David says, you're going to be left behind. Your competition is already out there using ChatGPT. So you want to be up to date. So just imagine having a full-time assistant that you don't have to pay. This is one of the ways that people are using ChatGPT. Imagine being able to write your business documents in a fraction of the time that it would take you. It used to take weeks to do things like a business plan. Well, ChatGPT could literally help you spit out a full business plan that you can fill in the blanks. You can plan your social media. You saw the example that I just gave you. You can write advertising copy for marketing, and you can write blog content for your website, and so much more. There's not, ChatGPT and artificial intelligence is limited to our creativity. Well, we have created a prompt engineering masterclass. And in this masterclass, we teach you how you can become proficient utilizing ChatGPT. There's only so much we can share with you in a 30-45 minute presentation, and as you can see, you pretty much, if you utilize what you've learned today, you pretty much have the basics of ChatGPT. But there's so much more that can be done, and we can show you in that masterclass. And what you're going to get in that masterclass is step-by-step prompt engineering designed to get specific results for your industry and your business. You'll get to ask us specific questions. We're also going to give you our 100 prompts, our book of, I got tongue twisted. We're also going to give you our Prompt and Prosper ebook of 100 prompts. Plus, we're going to have a library of training videos of the stuff that we cover in the book for later reference. And you may or may not need those, but it's always good to be able to go back to them in the future if you need them. And let me show you how the book is made. Oh, and another thing is we're going to give you a Business Matters app free upgrading listing. Right now, you can sign up for a free listing to promote your business on the businessmatters.app website, but we're going to give you an upgraded version of this when you sign up, and that is we'll walk you through how to optimize it. It's just like having a Google business page where we will personally walk you through setting up your listing so that you get maximum results. You're able to put pictures, you're able to offer deals with that upgraded listing. You're able to offer coupons, and you're able to even add video and insert your own Facebook and social media feeds with the upgraded listing. And you'll get all of that just for being a part of this masterclass. And let me show you a little bit about how the book is made up. The name of the book that we wrote is called Prompt and Prosper with Artificial Intelligence and ChatGPT. And this book literally is a step-by-step guide that covers most every major area that affects your business. We have 10 chapters, and you can also download the Business Matters app. We also have the Matters app that coincides, with the book that is actually sponsoring the book. So you'll want to be able to download that. And as of the recording of this webinar, we are also publishing an updated iOS version. We'll soon have an updated Android version. You can download the current Android version now, but it's soon going to be updated. This is what the chapters look like, color-coded chapters to help you easily determine where you are or keep your place in the book. And we have chapter introductions for every chapter that gives you a little bit of background on the chapter. And then for the content, you have the actual prompts that you can copy and paste. And inside the book, you get try it now segments on the page, or challenges that give you even more information on what to do to get more out of that prompt. And This is just another example of the prompts. And you can copy and paste these right into ChatGPT. All you're doing is changing your business information to get more specific results. And the color coded, this is just another example of the chapters, the 10 chapters that are color coded. And this is just a little bit of information about me and the other author, David Merritt. This book is written by a couple of tech professionals. We're not just a couple of marketing gurus selling a product. We have years of technical experience in the industry, and we thought it would be better for us to write the book as a tech professional. In addition, you also have a glossary of terms that will help you to be up to speed on terms related to artificial intelligence. The future of artificial intelligence is very promising. And as you read our book and use the prompts that we've provided, you'll begin to come up with your own ideas of how you can use artificial intelligence. And some of you may even venture to build your own products as we have. And this is us shaping the future together. Now, I'm going to show you the price, but imagine you're going to get a full-time assistant by using ChatGPT that you don't have to pay. You're going to be able to write your business documents, plan your social media. You're going to be able to write advertising copy for marketing. We cover that in the training and much more. How much do you think that's worth for you to have all of this at your fingertips? Imagine being able to have staff that you don't have to pay for. You may have staff. Imagine being able to have your staff be more efficient. How much is that worth to you? Well, we're going to give you everything that we promised in this webinar for the low cost of $97. And we're going to put a link in the chat box of how you can register for the webinar. And we want to thank you for joining. And if you haven't downloaded a copy of the free book and you want a copy of the free book, the ebook, it only has the 10 prompts. Feel free to download a free copy of the ebook at businessmatters.app. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. By the way, feel free to put your questions in the chat box and we will stay behind answering those questions.